This is how fast things are changing. This is the information age. If you're operating by old ideas, you're obsolete.
You begin the game by, identifying your dream. I think that's really where it all starts. In today's economy and where we are today, it's not just a dream. It's more of a necessity. You've got to identify how you're going to survive more than how you're going to just, get something out there that you want.
Here I am in New York City, financial capital of the world, surrounded by millions of people, most of whom will spend their entire lives working hard for money, but will have very little to show for it at the end of their lives.
How many people are pissed off?
I hate being told what to do.
You have to fail fast.
No one can steal my dream.
You can count on the government destroying the dollar.
All currencies have eventually gone to zero.
You cannot save your way to retirement.
If it's too complex for us, what do we have to do with our money? We have to give it to them.
It was pure hopelessness. It was just 100% survival.
Somebody's buying it. The public isn't buying it yet, but somebody is.
How bad do you want it? That's the question.
It's time to acquire.
An unfair advantage. What is an unfair advantage? What you're about to learn may just change your life.
It's showtime, baby. Let's hit it.
The greatest opportunity in the history of mankind is here.
We're in the greatest economic change in the history of the world.
This is going to be the biggest wealth transfer in my lifetime.
We've got an entire society that has been built up over the years with the idea that financial institutions are a better place to put your money than to take control of your own life.
If you have a solid financial education, taxes, debt, inflation, and retirement can make you richer, not poorer. The rich will get richer and the poor and middle class gone.
I was around my brother who was a part of a gang, who ran a gang, and that's a lot like running a business.
Most people run from problems, and the truth is that's where the opportunities are.
This really is a perfect financial storm.
So I am optimistic about the future. It's going to crash.
The next big economic boom will not be from the internet or China or India, but will be from empowering women.
A big part of success is failing so many times that you learn and learn and learn your lessons. Robert says all the time that if you're not being successful, it's because you're not making enough mistakes.
People think that cash is like a safe place to be, a place to park your purchasing power. And I think cash is the worst investment that you can have.
And if you follow an economist, you're in trouble.
Okay, you want to have barely enough income to survive. If you're lucky, go do 401ks, go do mutual funds, be my guest.
This is the best time to talk about this because people have had a shift of context with this economy.
To change your financial life often involves changing your mindset. It really is where it starts, is the attitude, it's the mindset, it's the decision that you're going to, take responsibility for your own financial life.
Knowledge is money.
Show business. When you think about show business, you always think about the show, right? Cameras and movie stars and makeup and glamour. But you never think about the business side of it because we don't have financial education. And I didn't learn that until 20 years down the road in my career. And now, I'm not only an expert in the show part of it, but I'm becoming an expert on the business side of it.
Business is about production. We can produce our way out of any problem.
I was probably age 8 when I started thinking about millions. The very, very first step is you've got to select your dream, because taking control of your financial life starts with a dream. There's got to be a bigger purpose than just making money.
If you don't have something that is bigger than you, a dream, a huge dream, you're going to quit.
Your friends and who you hang out with, whether you're a child or whether you're an adult, will dictate your destiny and your future. And so you have to be picky and choose your surroundings very carefully.
It's creativity. It's brainstorming. It's being around like-minded people.
People have so many emotions attached to money. And it might be because of how their parents thought about money, or an experience they had around money that, they think it's evil, or they think rich people are bad people, and all of this stuff. But if you just break it down, money is just a tool to be used in this world. Everybody today uses money, like it or not.
The absolutely fastest way to put money in your pocket is to reduce your taxes.
Gold and silver have been the safe haven asset for every second of the last 5,000 years.
My real estate that we own, through depreciation wipes out most of our taxable income. It just makes so much sense to me, and it's so much easier.
I went to war to fight for capitalism. I fought for the freedom for a person like me who had nothing, to work hard, to use my brains, and to build a better life for myself and many other people. The problem isn't capitalism. The problem is laziness. People who expect something for nothing. The problem is greed. People who take more than they give. And the problem is ignorance, an education system that thinks that money is the root of all evil. It's ignorance, it's financial ignorance that has caused so much of this problem, not capitalism.
It's not just a dream, it's more of a necessity. You've got to identify how you're going to survive.
On the other side,
另外一面呢
this is your Chinese China Daily.
这是你们中国日报
I believe it was yesterday's.
这应该是昨天的了
It says, new plan to reduce income equality.
在这边呢推行新的计划要改善整个收入
So what has been happening all over the world
因为全球现在各地都发生同样的事情
is that the rich are getting very, very rich.
那些有钱人是越来越有钱
And in America, the middle class is becoming poor.
而在美国中产阶级则是越来越贫穷
It is a very serious problem.
这是一个非常严重的问题
We have violence breaking out in America because people do not have jobs.
在美国因为贫穷越来越贫穷所以更多的暴力的事件开始在发生
So I am happy to be here in Shanghai today
因为今天来到上海就感到非常的高兴
because the world is in a very critical situation financially today.
而今天因为全球面临了在财务上面临了极大的一个关键时刻
Now in America, the good news is the rich are getting very rich.
在美国好消息则是有钱人是越来越有钱
And I will be here today with my team to tell you or share with you how a few Americans are becoming very, very rich.
今天会跟我的团队一起跟各位分享美国这些有些人为什么会变得越来越有钱
I am not here to talk about the Chinese economy
我来这边并不非要讨论中国的经济议题
because I'm not qualified to talk about the Chinese
因
economy.
为我个人没有这样的资格去评论中国的经济
But I will tell you how a few Americans are getting very rich in spite of the fact that most Americans are becoming poor.
就算现在美国越来越多的人越来越贫穷但是我跟各位分享少数的一些美国人是之所以怎么样可以变得越来越有钱的秘密
The other thing this paper says is that home prices will dip, reports say.
另外一个报纸上有报道说呢预期房价可能会下跌
So again, in 1997 in Rich Dad, Poor Dad,
因此再次强调1997年在《富爸爸穷爸爸》这本书里面
I stated that your house is not an asset.
我特别宣称呢你拥有的自用住宅并非一项资产
And the reason I could say that is because I had a rich dad
为什么我敢这样子说那时候是因为我拥有一个富爸爸
who taught me how the rich think.
教导我呢有钱人是怎么思考的
So what happened in America, many people, when they had extra money, they start buying big houses.
因为所以说在美国一般人呢只要稍微口袋多一点钱就马上就开始买大豪宅
Very stupid Americans.
这些都是非常笨的美国人
They should have read my book.
他们应该去买我的书才对